baking, guys. I'm baking. My tiny little oven. So, every time my cookies went in, I would go sit over at my desk and check out my videos and people's videos. And I got tired of bouncing back and forth, so I brought my laptop in here. All right, so these are the chocolate chips, 8 to 10 minutes. I'm just gonna. All right. Everybody see me? I'm not on StreamYard. I am just on straight YouTube, so hopefully people see me. I'll just give it time. Give it time. Look at I'm wearing my new apron. Hello, hello. So far, I got some lemon cookies done. I don't know. My computer, my laptop is just so slow. Oh my gosh, look at my. Shift Kicker, I'm live. Yes, all right, it's working. It's working, and I'm in my apron. I want to stay on my feet as much as I can. So I'm trying to do stuff. I just sifted my flour. I have to be honest. I just dumped my Thrive Life flour that I had left. I didn't like my gluten-free flour in those Congo bars. It was all mushy, and I have a feeling it was that because I used the gluten-free Thrive Life. I had about that much left or so in my jug, and I just tossed it. I'm like, you know what? Because I had two. I had this one that had the Thrive Life in it, and I had another one with no label because I just didn't want to confuse them. So I dumped it so I could just go back to one container. Hey, everybody. And while I was baking my cookies and they were in, I sifted the flour. This flour was my flour that I took from downstairs that I had vac sealed last year. And I noticed when you vac seal it, it clumps. It gets to clump. So I sifted it all. Now it's all nice and beautiful. So from now on, when I take a bag from downstairs or from the number 10 can, I'm going to sift it. And my sifter, I'll show you my sifter. It's a huge sifter. I got it at Webstaurant, and it fits perfectly over that square container, and nothing falls out because it has a little. So I just sift right over that, and it was awesome. Look at everybody. Hey, hey. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm glad I don't have any more. I think I have maybe one more on my shelf, and that's going to be for an emergency. I'll stick to buying it at the LDS cannery. To the doctors. How are you? Oh, you're at the doctor's. Oh, I hope everything goes well. Apron empowerment. I love my apron. Oh my God. I love it. And I love it. And look at the, I don't know if you can see it. I'm just so excited. But there's pockets, and I just keep a towel right there and go like that so I don't really ruin my apron. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. You can see how fat I am. My God. But, thank you so much, New York Catskill. Hey, Sandra Moody, Shift Kicker. Gluten-free crap is water. Yeah, I don't like it. It was not what I might make the recipe again with regular flour. I threw you a shout out on my channel. Oh, thank you, Heroic. Oh my God, look at the wings, guys. I've been doing stuff. I'll have to go check it out today. I've been baking. So I had one of those, that container. I have another one up there, and I filled it with all these sugar packets when I went shopping a while back. So I'm using them up. And these little packets are so awesome because it calls for a half a stick. And I made them, I explained this because I'm making a video too while I'm cooking. But I had, let me see if I can find one. I don't have one. But I had accidentally bought a box of butter, and they were all half sticks. And I didn't realize it when I bought it. I never even knew they made half sticks. And when I dumped out the butter to go put it in the fridge, it was all these little half sticks, four tablespoons each. And now I'm loving them because these were all called for half sticks. On my phone, so hard to tag everyone. And I don't, my computer, this is an Acer laptop, Chromebook. And it has got to be like 10 years old. And it is slow as molasses. So someday maybe I'll get another one. I don't know. But right now, just the last pre-opt. Oh, that's good. Han Solo. Sharon. Is Sharon in here? Oh, yeah. Yes, Sharon. Give me 1 second. I got to get a water because I'm getting thirsty. I just don't want to sit down. Look at the paint peeling up there. When we moved in, they had painted everything quickly for the open house. But you can tell because it's all paint, it's all chipping. So that's going to be a project at some point. We're going to redo it. More there because of the heat. And I just noticed I got to go and wash all that. I had tape stuck there when I was decorating the house when the kids were little. When you said Google, you started my Googler search. Yeah, I saw that someone mentioned to me that the link I put in for the vacuum sealer was unavailable. They don't know when they get. And like 3 days before, I had went in there to get a second one, and I didn't hit the button. And now I wish I had. Half sticks are probably no. My mom said that they've always had half sticks. I just didn't know that. I didn't know that. It's good though. So yeah, I'm making a mishmash of cookies. There was this new package. Let me see if I can find it. That I saw when I was at the store. It's a lemon cookie. I don't like lemon. Y'all know I don't like lemon, but when I showed it to Sierra, she's like, yeah. So I bought it, and it's been sitting there for like a month now. All right, let me take these cookies and put them on the cookie rack. I'm doing it, guys. I have such a small oven. I have to do a tray at a time. And I'm going to bring you with me because I'm going to, right now I have a big one of these. It's like really, really tall and wide, deep, and that's what I usually put my cookies in. But they don't last long. So I'm using these small ones, and I'm going to do the lemon in their own because I don't like lemon. And you can smell the lemon. So those are all cooled off and ready to be put in a container. That lid's going to go on. And the kids will have their lemon frickin' cookies. I don't like lemon cookies. I don't like lemon anything. I don't like lemon. I don't really, when it says in a recipe to add lemon juice or something, I very rarely do. I don't like it. But, so, I'm going to tell you my debacle of last night. I had a little note on my desk for weeks now saying March 6th. March 6th. And yesterday wasn't even March 6th, was it? No. It said this kid's high school and 6:30, and it was a meeting where because the kids that are going into the high school, it's just to bring the kids and the parents so you can hear about the courses and hear about the school. And those aren't even ready yet. Let me put it in for another minute. 2 minutes. So it was snowing out here. It was awful. And all I wanted was to sit home in front of the fire. And I have 2 big, beautiful steaks I got at the butcher. I have never bought steaks from the butcher. I've only ever got them at the grocery store. So I bought a nice ribeye and a nice porterhouse for Chris. I splurged. I figured, you know what? I really want a steak. And Chris works so hard. I paid $18 for his steak and $20 for mine. Because that same time I was at the store yesterday, I bought ribeyes that were $6.99. I had 6 packages, and not one of them was the most expensive one was $6.99. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to splurge and get us each a steak. So I was looking. I seasoned it, and oh my God, it's the Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse. When I bought that prime rib one, they sent me 2 of these ones to try. And I had seen this one on Southern Farm and Kitchen, who I follow. And she said she loved it. So when I opened it, oh my God, it smells beautiful. Beautiful. I have the rest of it right here. One of these packets does 2 whole steaks. And I still had leftover. So I'm going to use it before I put it in the skillet. It smells buttery. Oh my God. So I was like, oh, I'm going to have steaks. And then I remembered when I got home and I did all that I had that meeting. I waited. Thank God Chris got out of work. He came with me. It was Sierra. We went and picked up 2 of her friends in 2 different areas of town so they could go with her. Traveled. We're at the school, sitting in there, and they have a choir going, a show choir going, and the whole stage is filled with kids, and they're singing and dancing and practicing. So we're watching that, and it's like 10 of 7, and nobody's coming, and I'm like, so Chris is like, he went and asked some lady. I think he went over and asked the janitor. And then he found another lady, and she's like, that's next Wednesday. You should have seen Chris's face. Hey, Mountaineer Mama! You should have seen Chris literally put his hands up to choke me in front of the lady. He's like, I want to choke her right now. Because he got home, he didn't even have time to take his coat off. I dragged that poor man out in a blizzard. And so at the end of it, and my plan was to just get some grinders on our way home because it was 7 something by the time. So then I changed my mind and I wanted chicken thighs from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So we pull in there. They had no chicken. I said, can I get a 16-piece bucket? Well, let me check. We don't have enough chicken. I said, well, can I get an 8-piece bucket? We don't have enough chicken. So Sierra wanted a watermelon island slushie. They didn't have that either. I'm like, oh my God, Chris was so pissed. So then McDonald's is right down the road. So he goes very slowly by McDonald's to see if I'm going to tell him to pull in there. And I didn't say nothing. So he's basically stopping in the middle of the main street. I'm like, what are you doing? I told you we were going to order grinders. So we had a little tip about that. The girls are just dying in the back seat. Oh, my God. So we ordered grinders. We stopped and picked them up, and we came home, and I was so cranky. I am bitching all the way in the door. No lie. I'm taking off my shit, and I'm like, start a fire. It's like 7:30. I'm just starting a fire because I need to warm up. Oh, my God. And then I passed out, but it was like 9 o'clock. I went to bed. I was so tired, and I slept straight through. Looking sharp. Love the apron. She is. You all are awesome. I did not expect everybody to start sending me aprons. Giggle says she has a surprise for me in the mail. So, but she put a post out on Facebook looking for aprons. So I think it's an apron. But I hung it right over on my rack. Look at that. There's my rack. I'm going to show you my rack. Okay. This is my rack. This is my soda can bag. Once it's filled, I bring it out on the porch. I got 3 bags out there. But this is my bag of bags. This is my soda can. There's a couple of my coats with my Thrive Life jacket. I got my Thrive Life jacket right here, which I hardly ever wear. I'm going to be honest. I don't wear it right now. But I don't go many places. So I can put that on its own. These are all my jackets. And then I got my apron. I'm going to keep this one reserved for an aprons too. And then, can't let the bag get too big because the door hits it. And then it doesn't you can't walk through the door. So, and this is my garage door opener, which I love. The guy that built this place thought of everything, I swear. Oh, let me check my cookies. I have a tendency to overcook my cookies, guys. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do a live. Why not? I keep running back over to the computer to see if anybody's live. Every time I put a tray of cookies in, I run over. I know I have like 9 minutes, so I run over and I put a tray of cookies in. Like, you know what? Let me see if I can set this laptop up. It just takes so long. It's so old. I got to get another laptop just for that. Because I think, what would happen if I got hurt really bad and I was bedbound, or I wouldn't be able to sit at my desk to do YouTube. So I definitely would need another, but this one is just so old and it takes forever to boot up, and who knows how long it's going to let me stay on here with you guys now. I'm using my cookie scoop. You guys, cookie scoops are the best. They all come out roughly the same size, so you can kind of know. I remember sending a bunch out in my little mystery gift boxes that I sent out. I remember sending one to Bigfoot and Lake and Lady Casca, and I sent a few boxes out a while back last year. And this was in it because we found a whole bunch of these on clearance at the Walmart. They were like 50 cents or 75 cents for one of these. So I bought up a bunch of kitchen gadgets, and I have another tray. And we mailed them out to people. And I wish we could afford to do that now, but we just can't afford to do that right now. I literally had to cancel my car appointment it would have been today or yesterday. I canceled it. Oh no, it was for next week, Tuesday. I canceled it because it's for the air conditioning, and I don't need the air conditioning right now, but in I'd say about a week, my oil is going to be down to a half a tank again, and I'm going to, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm going to need to replace oil in the oil furnace. So, and I don't want to dip into our savings, guys. I want to keep that. So, so I figured, we'll just get the air conditioning. We know how much it is. And I called my oil company, and they're coming next week to give me an estimate and to see if we have enough space to put a second oil tank down there and just hook it up to the first one, or if we'd have to have a whole separate hookup, just to get an idea if it's possible and how much it would cost. And that's something I'm looking to save up for. I wanted to do this in 2017. I had talked to people at work, and I said, what do you guys think of having 2 oil tanks down there, and buy the oil when it's cheap in the summer. They all talked me out of it, said it wasn't economical. It wasn't, when are you ever going to need that? If I would have had done it, I could have filled up at $1.59 a gallon over the summer, and I would be set. I didn't listen to my gut. I listened to other people. Hey, B. Mitch. Yeah, my apron. I love it. Who would have thought that, 25 years old, I'm excited about going to the bar and having a drink. Or I'm excited about driving somewhere crazy. Or going on the racetrack and racing. Now I get excited over Spurtles and aprons. Okay? That's what gets my juices flowing. Spurtles and aprons. Yeah, B. Mitch, I did that a couple years ago. I spent one whole day making all different doughs, cookie doughs, different kinds. I have a recipe book with 499 cookie recipes, and I did that. I spent the whole day, and I rolled up doughs, and I put them in. Oh my God, it was so good to just have it when I wanted it. Iva's Journey. Hi there. Hi. Mountain Mama. I love that name. What's everybody else doing today? Prepping. I have to show you. I'll show you. Hold on. I don't know if my cord will let me go that far. But hold on. I'm going to show you. Whoops, I'm shutting lights off. This is what I got going on. I'm doing all these in Mylar bags. I decided I'm not going to do them in jars right now. I have so many jars up on my shelf, and I'm going to do them in Mylars. But I have to say, I just ordered some new lids because I'm having a lot of, there goes my freaking computer cable. Hold on. I am having a lot of popping of my seals. So it could be the lid, or it could be my vac sealer was conking out on me at the time when I did them, because I just had to replace my vac sealer. So I've been hearing from Sutton's Days, our Half Acre Homestead. I was watching her video this morning, and she got a coupon code, and she was showing her lids. She had canned with it, and she had a regular Ball Bernardin lid and a regular and a force. I forget what it's called. I just said it. 4-jar, something like that. And that Ball one popped right off, no problem. The other one, the newer ones that have a better seal, it looks like, and the rubber is much better, because Ball is not Ball anymore. They were bought out, and it's crap. It's all crap. You get more failed seals in your jars with the newer Ball lids than you do with the older ones. It's 4 seal jars, maybe 4 seal or 4-jar. I can't remember, but Lisa Sutton. And so I used her coupon code. I got 10% off. And they sell them in packs of 100, or you can do a pack of 25 or 26, and it's 12 and 12. So 12 regular and 12 wide in one box. So I ordered that to try them, and I might vac seal in those to try them out. Yes, I got made fun of over my what pretty canning jars. Then I got all kinds of excited because I found the Old Red Lavarus mouthwash. Oh, I don't know what that is. Old Red mouthwash. I'm hungry. And I had half of my grinder because I bought I can't remember if it was a small or medium, but the things are like this long. And I bought a steak grinder and some onion rings last night because I was so frustrated. I wanted to eat my way through the night. Not even lying. I just wanted to eat. I was so pissed off and cranky because, I don't go out at night. And I just wanted to eat my way through life. No lie. I'm not even going to feel bad about it. I ate half the grinder and some onion rings, and I saved the other half. And let me tell you, I threw my other half of the grinder into that toaster oven over there, that old Black & Decker toaster oven that is so nasty, and I need to replace it. I've had it since 11 years now. But I warmed it up in the microwave just a little to get I opened my sandwich. It was a long grinder, steak and onion, cheese. And I opened it up, put it in for like 10, 15 seconds, and then I transferred it to my toaster oven. And oh my God, it tastes better the next day. I'm thinking about buying a couple large ones, cutting them up, and getting several out of it, freeze wrapping them, and then just pulling them out. I can make them into like this big when I want a little snack. I don't know. Because they are good when they're reheated the next day. Yes, they are. Let me grab a cigarette. Chris's food container is still out here in his bottle, his empty water bottle, and I need a lighter. So yeah, I got all this. I have more bags of pasta right near that chair over there, next to those boxes y'all just saw. I have some more I bought yesterday. The ones on the table were put in the freezer. I just loaded my freezer up yesterday from the butcher shop, so I have no room to even stick a box of pasta in there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those ones on the chair. There's only like 4. Some people say all you need to do is vac seal them, and once the oxygen is out, then you're not going to, the bugs that may be on your pasta would die anyway. Hey, Susan Urosky. Years back, we paid the oil company an extra $25 a month on budget plan. It locked us in for oil at the price that month. Our bill was $0 when they closed the year out. Yeah, they don't allow it at this oil company. I asked about that. We chose a company that the owners that have always been coming to this house, and they don't do that. Other ones do. I never heard of Lavoris. I never heard of that. I get the kids that act mouthwash. Hey, Giggles. I'm getting a hot flash. I can feel it going up my back. But yeah, I didn't even go on StreamYard. I just did it straight through YouTube. Can't try to have too many tabs open on this thing. This thing will die out on me or blow up, one or the other. It's that old. No, but every time I put a tray of cookies in and I knew I had 10 minutes, I was running over there to see if anybody was live to watch a new video. And I'm like, why don't I just bring my laptop in here? Takes me a little bit, guys. Takes me a little bit to get some common sense here. Be glad you haven't heard of it. So yeah, I bought a crap ton of things yesterday. I bought Wallaby. I was watching Survival Living, and he's not the first person I've seen these Mylar bags. I've seen other people. I think it was Heroic Prepper that had the Wallaby ones, actually. And I had wrote it down then. But then I didn't know how many I still had. And I went the other day and looked, and I'm down to like about that thick of a bunch of bags. So I was like, okay. So I went to the Wallaby site and used Survival's code that he had. And I got 2 packages of 75 Mylar bags. They're 1 gallon, 75 bags, and 80 oxygen absorbers and labels that you can label your bag. And it was $20-something for 75. So I got 2 sets of those, and I got 2 sets of these smaller Mylars that open fold on the bottom to fold flat, and you can cook in them for backpacks and camping. And it has the zip across the top. So I bought 2 packages of those, and those were $8.95 for I forget how many. There was a lot in it. And those came with the oxygen absorbers too and labels. So, and then I used his code, and it was like $5 off. So, look at you guys. It's a new pan that I bought at the Ocean State. Yeah, I'm waiting for those to come in. And then, let's see, my next batch is in. And then I still got peanut butter, and I have sugar cooking to go. I already forgot how long they're going. My gosh, Lee. I'm forgetting stuff lately, guys. I was so mad at myself last night. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, the Wallabies. Yeah, I seen them on Heroic, I think it was. And then I seen them on Survival Living, and I just jumped and did it. And I ordered some aprons because I didn't know y'all were going to be so wonderful to me. Hey, Lewis. And I ordered The Walking Dead seasons 8, 9, and 10 because I'm on the season 7 right now on my DVDs. And I'm panicking because I don't want to stop. So now I'll have the whole series on there. And I think I paid $22 for one, $20 for the other one, and then $24 for the other one. I did see Walmart had a couple of the seasons cheaper than Amazon did. And then what did I order? I haven't ordered stuff in a long time, but I am saving my boxes. Save your boxes, guys. I got 3 nice big boxes with my meat yesterday. Save them, because when you start raised beds, you put those down, and that's going to help create that compost that you need and keep the weeds out for a little while. So we're going to line all our raised beds with the cardboard boxes. I see Bumblebee Junction do it. I've seen several gardening channels. They throw down boxes. Yep, it helps just create more. Some baking lessons. Oh my God. I am cheating, guys. I am using these I had up in the cabinet, and I want to use them because I have tons of chocolate chips that I've vacuum sealed. I still have to use from 2020. I have packages of the Pillsbury or the Nestle ones, the refrigerated ones downstairs in my second refrigerator. And those have to get used up too at some point. So I figured, you know what? Let me just start clearing out these cupboards, because I bring stuff up to make recipes. I stuff them in these cupboards. I forget about them, and then they sit there. I had a jar of my pork that I pressure canned. I brought it up to try it and do a video on. I never did. So I brought it back downstairs. So I have to clean these cupboards and do something. Time to shine, Homestead. Welcome. I love you guys. Ginger Ninja, hello. Chicken Noodles in here. Hi. Oh my God. Hi, everybody. I'm just cooking. I had a messy kitchen today. I came home and I had to clean my kitchen. All right. So these, what were these ones? The lemon ones. So these lemon ones are done. Oh, I don't like lemon. But these are the cookies, the lemon cookies. You probably can't see them, but. So the kids got lemon cookies. I hate lemon. And I got another one for my, let's see, I gotta get these ones off the tray. You're supposed to let them sit on the tray and then transfer them to a cooling rack, but I've been yapping, so now they're nice and cool. All right, I'm gonna save these. I reuse my parchment paper, guys, for all my cookies. Oh, those are still hot, soft. Okay. I need a spatula. Yeah, I even wipe down my parchment paper, and I reuse them several times until I can't use it anymore. Because you can reuse parchment paper. I learned that on our Half Acre Homestead and other channels. They reuse their parchment paper, believe it or not. So I got one more chocolate chip, and then I got to start the other two. Okay. If you have a mold problem, you can put a wire netting in bottom of bed to keep critters from digging up into the bed. Yeah, so you're still sick, huh, chicken noodle? Drink lots of chicken broth, especially home canned. If you do home canned, just chug some of that. Oh, when Sierra was sick a couple weeks ago, last week, I gave her some Lipton noodle, the little boxed soup, and she loved it. She never really had it. I love it. It's my favorite. I have more noodles than I have broth, but she drank the broth right up. And she was feeling better. She had more pep. Listening to the roofers, it sounds like they're gonna fall through and land in bed with me. Chicken noodle. Oh, get it on video. Yeah, I do wash out my Ziploc bags too sometimes if I don't have meat in them and it's just something. And if I put something in a Ziploc bag or something that's in another bag, I'll reuse that bag over and over. Like when I froze the eggs. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. All those eggs I froze, I got rid of because I couldn't. I just had no space in the freezer, and it was a learning curve. But I just got rid of them because you can't make my fried eggs with them. The yolk would fall off, and I wasn't about to try to separate the yolk with the frickin' white. So I won't ever do that again. I won't ever do it again. Someone, I forget who, said to put the salt in before they freeze. I may try one like that and see what happens, and I'll do a video on it. And if that works out, because I put the salt in after as they were thawing, and they said, no, you're supposed to do it when you put the egg in the baggie or however you're freezing it. And I didn't do that. So I may try one and see what happens. And if that works, then maybe I'll freeze some more. But I'd rather have meat in my freezers right now. So it's chock full of meat. I literally had to, you don't even know. It was like Tetris in my freezer. And we just did a freezer organization. Chris would die if he goes down there and sees it. Actually, I showed him all the meat that I put down there yesterday. 40, 60, 30, 40, 50, 65 pounds of meat in 1 pound packages. And so the shelves are, so he's like, do you see the shelves? I says, yeah, I see the shelves. We'll use it up. I'm making cookies today. I got some big steaks, some beautiful steaks I'm doing tonight. Yeah, I didn't like them either. But I had, when I was rummaging around in my pantry, I found, look at it, expired in May and expired in April. So, August. So I'm making these with my steaks tonight. And this one is creamy garlic shells for the kids. Yeah, that's what's going to be as a side. And what else? Oh, I got a can of corn. So if there's any leftover stuff, then I freeze that and make meals out of it. Yeah, I'm learning. I didn't, I saw, oh, let's freeze the eggs. No, I didn't like the consistency. They're great if you want to scramble them, but I don't eat my eggs scrambled. And if I'm going to scramble them for Chris, I'll use my Thrive Life powder. Ninja knocked down our fence last night. Oh, something. Oh, that's not good, Ginger Ninja. Well, now you know you got to reinforce that fence a little better. One more flat of strawberries to can up and dehydrate, then on to who knows what. I did dehydrate strawberries, and I didn't care for them. We don't like that kind of stuff. So I don't do that. I do get a can of strawberries once in a while, freeze-dried, if I want to bake or something with them later on down the road. But I also am growing strawberries, and my mom and dad have a big strawberry patch. So their strawberries fly out the door. When they set them up on their fruit and veggie stand in the summer, they're gone. The neighbor next door walks over and buys them out half the time. So, yeah. Didn't even. Oh, another minute maybe. We'll do one more minute. Then I got another batch, and then I'm gonna mix up. Actually, I'm gonna have to mix up this. I'm just gonna use this bowl. So the peanut butter ones call for 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and water. You see me? Sorry, I can't pay attention to this grill right now. Once they're in the oven, I'll turn back around, but I just want to get all these cookies done and go to my next project. So I'm doing the peanut butter ones, and that calls for 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. 1. Just wanted to use up these cookie pouches because I have so much chocolate chips that I back sealed. And I'm going to use those up after these pouches are gone. And I'm learning how much to stock up on and how much to not stock up on, honestly. So I'm going to mix these up. And the bottoms are getting a little brown, so I'm going to take them out. This pan keeps the heat a lot. So I'm running out of space, people. Dropping things. What's this one? This is peanut butter, 350. So shape your dough. So this is just oil and water. Then you drop them on there. Don't make much. Tiny, tiny cookies, it looks like. But I'm using up my packages. Easy day. Oh, I'm not a big fan of peanut butter cookies either. I just, oh, you know what I have? Did I open them before? Let's see. Oh, yes, I did. I have these little stars that I did before. We got a huge raspberry patch a few blocks from us. Yeah, I've never made jams. We don't go through enough jam. My parents have grape trees, grapevines. All right, so I think I'm going to use some of these in there because they're opened already. I'm trying to use up what I have, guys. All right. Okay, where's my handy dandy scooper? Oh, it's still got some of the chocolate chip batter on there. This pan is still warm. All right. So we're going to scoop. We're going to scoop. Giggles, what are you doing for dinner today, girl? What are you making so I can come over? Give me a minute, guys. I'll finish scooping these up, and then I'll go back over there and read chat. We got so much snow yesterday. I was not happy. I did not want to be out there. It took me forever. I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I was so disgusted with life. I was so mad. First at myself for getting the date wrong and dragging us all out on the one night I didn't want to be out. You know? It was just so blizzardy and the roads were slushy and it was cold. And I picked that night to screw up my dates. God. You should have seen Chris. He was ready to throw me. He had his hands going around my neck in front of the lady at the school. You know? We looked like a bunch of hillbillies in there. I'm not even kidding you. Sierra was so mad at me, she didn't say a word. She turned and walked away and pretended like she wasn't even with me. She didn't know me. Oh, my God. Let's go, she says, and she just stormed off. As soon as she realized we were there in the wrong day. She had no words. No words. So then in the car on the way home, I said, you know what? I'm not coming back. So I'm not going next week. And so she had to text her friends because I guess she had planned on me picking up her friends again. And I said, then a few minutes later, I calmed down and I said, yeah, you can. I'll go bring you back. We'll go. So she had to text them again and tell them I changed my mind. They must think I'm a nutbag. Oh, does anyone know if you can can fruit compotes? I don't know what that is. You're doing a great job. Our friend was so happy to come on live. Sharon, I'm not freezing them anymore. Sandra Moody, you can can pie filling and applesauce, so I don't see why not. A lot of people recan stuff that have already been done in the store. Your parents do grapes. You could be like I Love Lucy episode. I know. Don't get me started on that. I'll go pull out all my I Love Lucy DVDs and binge watch after this. I was so mad. You wouldn't have wanted to see me, guys. I was so mad. I was so mad at myself. So mad at myself. Oh my God. And I'm apologizing to Chris for being a dingling. You know, I'm like, so sorry, I'm losing my mind. And But once he got his food and we were out to get his grinder, he was okay and he was all right. He even started the fireplace when we got home, so he wasn't that mad at me. He wanted to keep me warm. Oh my God, hilarious. Oh my God, did I not? Oh, I didn't put any cookies in. Oh my gosh. All right, let me put this back over here. Start the timer again. So, let's see. We will get this one back up here. I have a few more of these peanut butter cookies. I'm going to make one big cookie out of the last batch of it. One big honking cookie. That's what I'm going to do. One big honking cookie. And I'm going to put 2 of these chocolate melts right on it. Watch, they'll fight over that cookie. You bet your bottom dollar they will be. All right, so peanut butter has to go in 8 to 10 minutes. And of course, these ones have to be 10 to 12 minutes. So, you know what? I'll take that one big cookie and put it right here. Spread these out a little bit. All right, so now we're going to work on sugar cookies. I'm using the same bowl, people. Same bowl. I'm going to do it with my scissors. Now that's a good idea for the pockets. stick them right in the scissors. I mean, right in the pockets. Okay, this one's going in. And this one calls for a half a stick of butter and a tablespoon of water. Where's my stick of butter? Oh, it's right here. Oh boy, it's all melty now. I forgot it in the microwave. Oh well. It's all melted, that's for sure. All right. Okay. And then what? A tablespoon of water. Tablespoon of water. All right, we're gonna get to stirring that one up. The awesome on pancakes. When I was young, there was a process to get my mothers to say yes back. She always said no first, and you had to work her up to it. Yep, my mother too. Yep, my mother too. Seemed like if I washed the kitchen floor, I got whatever I wanted, whether it was $20 to go with my friend or. So that floor got washed like every day. And now you can't, the whole linoleum is worn out because I washed the floor my whole life. I swear my whole teenage, we had a big country kitchen. So I washed that floor every day. That's how I earned my money to go do things. And so now all the linoleum is rotted right off and worn out. And you can see the red floor underneath when they first built the house. It's a red floor. We're having leftovers. I made that recipe. Crazy Irish gave us the spaghetti casserole. It was good, right? It is better next day. Oh, I had a sty on my eyelid. Oh my God. I even went to the eye doctor because I didn't know what it was, and there was nothing. Warm compresses is what he told me. He did give me some drops, but it did nothing, or cream or something. It did nothing. It just has to ran its course, and I would put warm compresses on it, and it was already hot and swollen. Hey, Joe. Hey, CJ. Okay, so now look at that little package only makes that much, but that's okay. They're good in a pinch, you know. You don't need a whole lot of cookies or you're diabetic like me. I don't like sugar cookies. I'm not a big cookie person. So if I have a cookie, it's chocolate chip or macadamia chip. I'm not a big cookie person at all. Not really. Now, brownies, I will take the whole box into my room and I won't share it. I will eat brownies till the cows come home. So at least the kids will have a variety of cookies, and they can munch on these all weekend and during the week next week. But I guarantee you they'll be all gone by the weekend, the end of the weekend. So, but I freed up some space in my cabinets, and I've learned a lot of all the prepping I did this year, what to do over and what not to do again, and how not to have so much of something. I've learned a lot just by these last few weeks of going down there and looking at things and seeing, okay, we didn't use so much of this. I won't stock 5 or 6 bottles like I did before. You know? So that was one good thing. You learn as you go along, honestly, on just how many meals you're going to make with that particular item that you really loved in a recipe, and you went and bought 20 of them, and then you don't make them as much. So I learned that. So now, you see, my parchment paper, I'm just going to wipe it down, and I'll use it again. Sugar cookies. Sugar cookies. This one is 10 to 12 minutes, so toss those. Wipe down my parchment paper. And I'll reuse those next time I bake. And my pan is nice and clean, so I can just put that away and not have to wash it again. And put my cookies over here. All right. 3 minutes on that tray. I'm cleaning up as I go. I have more water and a cigarette. I made a package of chocolate chip mix and made it in an iron skillet. Oh, giggles. Those are good. I made brownies in my cast iron. Years ago, I made a pineapple upside down cake in my cast iron, and it was a hit. I may do that again. Oh my God. I got to jump in the shower, bathroom free. You guys have fun. All right, Joe, have a good day. I am diabetic, so I don't eat much of the stuff that I bake. I don't eat much of it at all. I maybe will have a half a cookie or one cookie I may have one cookie out of the chocolate chip, and that's it. That's it. I don't eat brownies. If I make brownies, I will probably eat the whole pan, but it would take me weeks because I would seal them and I would take one at a time here and there, not even every day. I would, when I'm having, like when I'm watching TV or something at night, I'll have one. But I literally, it could last me a while because I've had to rein myself in. Thank you, Shift Kicker. Yeah, I had to really change my eating habits, and I like keeping my numbers down. I like not having yeast infections. Oh my God, that's what was happening to me for a year. I had yeast infections, and it was because I was diabetic. It was the most miserable time of my life. We had just gotten together, and we couldn't even do anything as a couple like that because they couldn't figure out, and it wasn't a regular yeast infection. It was no signs of it. It was just intense pain. I tried everything. I changed my clothing. I changed my soaps. I changed my laundry soaps. I changed everything about my life, and it was still happening. And then she did a biopsy down there, and my skin was just all sugar. And they tested my sugar. I was at 350, 3 something. So high. She's like, you need to call your doctor right now. And I did. And when they tested me, I was 350, 60 somewhere. And I got put on the metformin, and it took me years, but I got myself to where I need to be. And I had to change everything I ate. Because you think I eat chicken nuggets now? When I do make chicken nuggets, I'll make 5 or 6 or 7. And that'll last me all day. I would have normally eaten 3 or 4 times a day fast food. That's what I was living on. We ate out all the time. Half gallons of ice creams. I would eat a half gallon every night. He had his own. I had my own, so we didn't have to use a bowl. I'd take my half gallon of Rocky Road or chocolate ice cream with brownies in it and chocolate chunks, and I would fill it with strawberry syrup, the chunks of strawberry in the sauce, whipped cream and chocolate sprinkles, and I would eat out of the bowl, and we'd sit there and munch at night after we'd already went to Burger King or something at 10 o'clock at night. And I did that every night. And so a half gallon would last me 2 nights. I'd eat half the half gallon one night and the other half the next night. And I did that every day. And my face was swollen, and I had the yeast infections, and it took a year for the doctor to figure out it was diabetes. Lewis, I found all my cast irons. All these cast irons right here. I found them at the thrift stores and yard sales. This is the only one right here that I bought, and it was $150. It was a Stargazer, and I don't even use it much. I don't prefer it. This one, Pepper Stedding brought me when he came very first time, and I use that almost every time I cook. That one is phenomenal. It's just a large, and I seen the same one at Walmart for $24. I'm thinking of getting a second one because I love it. It's got 2 handles. It's lightweight for me. I hardly use any of the others, but I have them. I broke them down myself. I stripped them all. I learned it on YouTube. I stripped them myself, and I seasoned them myself and got them back to where they needed to go. I need to take these cookies out. What did I do with my... Okay, pot holders. Yeah, one of those pans is a Griswold, and I paid $2 at a yard sale in the next town over, a church yard sale. This old lady was selling it, and it was $2. I broke it down and seasoned it myself, and it's beautiful, and it's so smooth on this inside. Okay, peanut butter. Oh crap! Gotta get the. How many minutes? 8 to 10 minutes. All right. One more tray after that. All right. Arkansas, I made lemon for the kids. I hate lemon. Chocolate chip, peanut butter, and sugar cookies. All those kinds. They're all, and I cheated. But I am. The little packages that I got at the Dollar Tree. I had to use them, so cheated. Not homemade this time. I was watching your videos this morning. You make a lot of sense when you talk, Arkansas. I love it. You were cooking your oatmeal on the fire. And then you had to go pick up pickle. My pots and pans were out. I'll be getting cast iron from Walmart. I'm sick and tired of Teflon. Yeah, I love and I'm going to be honest, I was afraid of cast iron. I never had them all my life. I just thought it was too much work. And it just freaked me out and made me anxious to use them. But once I got that $2 frying pan, I think it's this one here. Oh, it's my Griswold. Where is it? It's this one right here. This is my $2 smooth. When I bought it from the lady at the yard sale, smooth and beautiful. Smooth and beautiful. This one I don't even think I broke down, and this one I did not. It was so smooth and perfect. You want to make sure when you're buying them, you lay them flat on the floor or a shelf or something. And if it wobbles, it's not the greatest. You don't want it, and it cannot have cracks or anything in it. So if they stay still and they're nice and flat, they're perfect. I learned that on the YouTube. Hey, Rubberneck. I know Sandra Moody was having a bad leg pain. Sierra informed me the other day that she feels like she has restless leg syndrome. And she said at night, when she lays down, her legs don't want to stay still and they don't feel right. And she just doesn't like it. It bothers her so much. So when we go back to the doctor, I'm gonna have her get checked for that. She said it feels very uncomfortable to lay down and her legs just don't want to rest. They just feel off. Yeah. Oh my God, I've been going an hour. You guys have been listening to me babble for an hour. I'm just loving my aprons, guys. I'm going to wear it all day. Hey, B. Mitch. Chris was like that too for a long time, B. Mitch. Called me every day, and I loved it in the beginning when we first got together. And I still don't mind it. But when I'm in the middle of something, yeah. Or if I'm watching one of y'all's videos on YouTube and I'm really interested and he calls and I have to pause the video, I'm like, ugh! I'm like, Christopher, I'm watching a video. But nope, I listen because maybe he has time off in the day and he just wants to hear my voice. I'm like, okay, I should be grateful for that. I do love the man. I try to feed him so he knows I love him. But he's seeming to want more and more attention other than just being fed. I don't know. Oh my gosh, hot flash. I can feel it going up my back. Tom is such in pain. He's laying down, but he said, hi, dear. Oh my God, you poor thing. I know, Shift Kicker. I love my pockets. Look at, I just have a towel there, and I can protect my apron even more. This was a 2-pack, Time to Shine. Hold on. Okay. Catskill New York Prepper got these for me, and I got them yesterday in the mail. It was a 2-pack. Look at how beautiful. And it's like a leather patch right there, and it has 2 pockets, and it's the perfect length for me. I could just stick my hands in the pockets and go like that. I can put a pen. I can put my scissors in there. I can put my phone or a notepad. Oh my God, I'm loving it so much. She got 2. It was a 2-pack. And when I opened the bag yesterday, I thought it was my aprons that I ordered, or my Walking Dead DVDs. So I got all excited because I'm like, I want my Walking Dead DVDs. And then when I opened it and I saw the gift paper in there and it was from her, I'm like, oh. So I did a video because I was in tears. When you guys send me things, I'm like so appreciative. You don't even know. And I had tears in my eyes. I had to wait before I could do the video so that I could get them away. Gonna put on an apron on today as I clean. Oh, I'm glad Sierra got rid of those birds. Remember those birds? When I first started doing live streams, she had to have 2 parakeets. We tried talking her out of it. Everybody told her how messy they were and annoying. She didn't want 1 because you needed 2 for parakeets because they needed a companion. And I went and got her 2. Got all the cage and everything else. And 6 months into it, she wanted to give them away. Because when she was doing remote learning and she was on her computer set up in her room, in class on a live panel like we are doing her classwork, the birds were squawking. She had to keep herself on mute all the time. So we gave them to a family friend, and they still have them. Don't be scared of the cast iron. You have to keep seasoning it. Every time you cook, you got to season it, and after a while, it'll be smooth as glass. I had to learn that. If they get demanding, you carefully whack, then at least I like cast iron. Yeah, I like it. Now, and I use it on my flat top stove. They told my sister she has to give herself a shot every week. Once a week, she has to change her diet. A shot? Is it for diabetes? I had to do it for my fertility when I was trying to get pregnant. I had to give myself a shot right like an inch away from my belly button every morning. And then another needle this long in the upper, right here. I had to do it right here in the upper part of my butt. Every day. Every day for a year, I did that. To the point where around my belly button, it was like an EpiPen one for my belly button. And my belly button area was bruised all the time. It was black and blue all the time because I had to do it every day. And then the one in the back. My husband at the time had to do that. Thank God he works in a hospital in the OR. He knew how to do that and give shots. And I cried the day that I got my needles. And I saw them when I took them out of the package. They were this long, and I had to have them in my back, in my butt. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this in vitro. 2 shots a day? I don't like needles. Now I can take a needle like a champ. I have no problem because I'd have to go in and get my blood work every 2 weeks as well to see if I was pregnant or not, if it worked. Yeah, it is. You got to really learn the temperature with the cast iron. I still have trouble with that. You got to do it. It's slow, low and slow to start it. Then you turn it up when you need to, because things it retains the heat and cooks it in that pan long after. Okay, I'm going to give it 1 more minute. Maybe 2. Then I got 1 more sugar cookie and I'm done with those. No, I haven't done a video on how to clean them because I don't do it perfectly. There's so many people out there that give different ways to clean it. What I do is I just put it under hot water. I get all the stuff stuck off with a scraper. I bought a bunch of scrapers. Here, let me show you. Lodge. I have a bunch of these Lodge scrapers. And you scrape, you keep the water running, warm, hot water on the pan, and you scrape. And then you wipe it down really, really dry. Dry. This is what I do. I don't know if it's correct, but I get it as dry as I can get it. And then I put it in the oven upside down. I do it on 400 for a few minutes. And then when I pull it out and I let it get to where I can handle it, I put some oil on it, some olive oil or some Crisco or something. And you don't put a lot. You make it, and then you rub it all over the pan. And you wipe it down again. I use coffee filters to do it because they don't leave any lint, really. And I get it as dry as I can with that oil on there. You don't want it soupy, or because then you put it back in the oven and you flip it upside down. And if you put too much oil, it spots up. I don't know if I have one that shows that. Probably not. Yeah. And I was afraid to deal with that all. I'm like, that's just too much work. But over now, I'm so used to it. But people do it all different ways. They do it all different ways. Some just wipe out what they've cooked. One lady I read, she didn't even do that. She wiped her pan out, warm water, and dried it up and left it. She cleaned it so well that there wasn't anything left to smell or go rancid. But they do it all different ways. But I do notice things come out so much better in the cast iron. I never realized the difference until I started doing it. And the food tastes so much better. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Giggles does that too. Because I overthought it so many times on how to clean. I was just stressing myself out and I wouldn't use them. Because I'm like, well, I was overthinking it. But now I cook them with them in the fireplace. You cook them outside. I really wanted to learn so that in a bad situation, I could feed my family. And cast iron those cast iron pans will be here long after I'm gone, and my kids will have them and probably pass them down. And yeah. And when you cook outside with them, that's why I've been learning cooking in my fireplace. I got to do more cooking videos in my fire. I've just been my back's been bothering me, and bending over in the fireplace, it's a little tricky for my back. That's neat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The first thing, I just kind of watched everybody on YouTube. Cowboy Kent Rollins, awesome channel. Every video he does is cooking outside with his cast iron. He shows you how to season them. He's the reason I have the Stargazer, honestly. I saw his video. I watch all his videos. He's got some fabulous food. He cooks on a chuck wagon. He's a rancher type thing. Yeah, he was the cook. All right, I lost my freaking oven mitts. I keep moving I need to walk around with everything hanging on me. All right, so the peanut butter ones, they just look like they could go in one more minute. But I say that every time, and then I overcook them. One more minute. That's it. Times to Shine's channel about the chili. We turned it out awesome. Yum, yum. I'll have to go look. I haven't been following too much. I have to sit down for one day and just get caught up on everybody's videos because I follow so many channels. And I can't sit all day because my back and hips start hurting. I know, a tool belt. I was thinking about this. Something to hang on my oven mitts right over here so I can just grab it and go. Oh. Lee the tool man in the kitchen. Brought to you by I love my Biofreeze. I spackle that shit on. When I need it. I don't need it every day. Definitely don't need it every day. Only when my back's, certain times of the month, you know how it goes. Women know how it goes. I'm over here talking and forgetting to rotate my cookies onto the next tray. Alright, so these are going to sit. Now we're going to put the sugar cookies in. And those go 10 to 12 minutes. And that's it. Cookie project is done. What I notice is I go and wipe my hands down here. I should get another apron and put it on my backside. So when I do that, I can just, because when I'm doing something, I just go like that, and I kind of just go like that, I'm going to stick another apron on that side, and that way I'm wiping my hands on the apron. Yeah, go check out Time to Shine Homestead. I do watch some videos. I don't always comment, but I always like. I always hit the thumbs up, but I don't always comment because I just don't have a lot of time. And ring the bell. Share. Oh, thank you, Shift Kicker. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. I was a big ding-a-ling last night. I was so disgusted with myself. I just wanted to just be done with life. I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I was so frustrated with my piddly self. It wasn't even funny. I was so mad at myself. Oh, my God. Cursing up a storm. That was at myself. Ugh. Moron I was. Let me tell you. Moronic Lee. I can tell you. Don't do what Lee does. That's for sure. Look at that. So those 3 packages of chocolate chip ones, because they make small. If you make them small, you can get 12. If you make them regular size, you can get 6. So I have my lemon cookies for the kids, bleh, chocolate chip, 1 tray of peanut butter, and 1 tray of sugar. And I love the parchment paper because my things, I can just put them away. Then I wipe down my parchment paper when there's no gooiness on it, because there's nothing on it. And I save it for another cooking session, baking session. Throw my chicken on there if I need to. Put my little chips back in my airtight thing so I can use them next time. I have a lot of stuff in here. I will show you. I collected so much stuff, guys, when I was out shopping. Okay, so I will show you. Y'all, I will show you. I get all these freaking ideas in my brain, okay? And then I buy the stuff. I bought these for peanut butter cookies, and I'm still going through them, okay? Andy's candies. When did they expire? Who knows? And I have one downstairs in a jar that I vac sealed. I want to see the expired date on them. Okay. Oh, yeah, I bought these before anything else, and I never used them. Caramels. Oh, yeah, these expired October of 21. These I kept. These were from the kids' school lunches when I'd go pick up their lunches, dried cranberries. I kept a couple. I have a box of Jell-O, which I have a whole bin of Jell-Os downstairs, and they're probably going to go bad before I can use them, so I got to start doing that. So that's just one. Okay? Then I realized in the back of my cabinet, I forgot I had this one. Look at that. I bought these over Christmas time to make cookies with. Forgot about them. I bought these to make red velvet cookies for Valentine's Day, which I might back seal these up because I have another bag of them back sealed. Okay, then I got the Lily's peppermint flavor baking chips that I opened on one recipe. Then I have the Toll House peppermint hot cocoa morsels. These are so freaking good that I made stuff with. But then I just found the strawberries and cream flavored morsels. Baking morsels. Yeah. Then I have 2 things of triple berry. that expired in February. Muffins. So these are the next projects I'm going to be cooking with to use these things up. Plus I have jars and jars downstairs of chocolate chips, vanilla chips, butterscotch chips. I think I used up vanilla chips and semi-sweet chips and milk chocolate chips. I pressure can those. I mean, I vac sealed those in 2020, and they're still good because I just opened up a jar the other day, and they still taste fine. So I gotta use up that stuff, guys. I've had to start going to bed early. Time to shine. Segment is brought to you by Biofreeze. You need like a tool belt. Yep, I'm going back to the comments to see what I missed. I know that Dutch oven cast iron Ninja that I have. I hurt every time I lift it. I hurt my neck right down here. So I may have to get a smaller one. That's an 8-quart. I might get a smaller version of it and see if it helps. But I like to cook a lot of stuff in it. That's the problem. You know me, I'm a piglet. Especially when it's my pork ribs. Oh, I could eat like 10 of those things. You build a great memory from many laughs. And I have to go back to my videos. I had to do that this morning. I went back to my video. You want to know why? Remember I told y'all this morning that I took my flour and because I had another one with no label. And both had flour. One had the gluten-free and one had the LDS cannery one. I had to go watch my video because in the video, I took the gluten-free one from Thrive and put it in this one. And the one other canister I have doesn't have this label on it because I wasn't using it. I just used it that day to separate the flours. I had to go watch the video this morning to see which one of these flours was the Thrive Life because I knew, and then I noticed that the Thrive Life in the video had the label on it. Literally, my mind, I'm like, well, I can't remember which one has the Thrive Life and which one had the other flour in it. So I had to go watch my own video to see which canister had the right flour in it. Oh, God. And I put a comment on Lake Fairy's video, her pantry one, where she was organizing her pantry the other day. I said, a tip I learned, keep a little piece of paper or a stack of them. And because I have to do this. This is how bad my mind's going. When I go downstairs to get something off my shelves, I have to write it down. Because no lie, by the time I get to the door of the basement or get halfway down the stairs, I've forgotten what I was going down there for. And if I have to throw laundry in the dryer at the same time, forget it. I'll never remember what I went down there for because I'll go do that. And then I'll be like, what the heck did I come down here for? So I literally have to write like right here. Here it is. Downstairs, parsley, oregano, and basil so I could refill my things, which I did that. I got to cross it off now. But yeah, so when I'm down there and I know I'm using the last of something and I know I need to restock it, I had to keep little notepads down there so I could write it down because by the time I get back up the stairs, I forgot what it was I was out of and I had to restock. So, and then last night, forgetting about having the wrong date for that meeting with the school. Lee's losing it. Lee's slipping. I'm slipping. I know I'm slipping. I have lists for everything. Every time I sit down and talk with you guys, I have a pile of lists on my desk. Yeah. I thought the weather was getting better to where we could get that plastic on the greenhouse. That's a big fat dream on my part. Look at that. More snow last night. It's melting. It's melting because now it's getting warmer, but my gosh, I'm so sick of it now. Yes, I am. I am Sharon Williams. I have a whole bunch of little notepads over there. Oh, wait, I got one right here. I gave it to Chris for something. Where is it? Oh, yeah. So my daughter cleaned out her room last year, and she had all these little notebooks that she wrote on one page, and then she threw them in the trash. They were little hardcover notebooks. You know, she had to get it like from the book fair or a yard sale or something. She wrote on one or two. She just tossed them. So I'm pulling crap out of the bags, and she's like, "Why are you saving it?" Well, we ran out of hang tags for our fuel canisters. So when I went to Walmart, I couldn't find any hanging tags. So I remembered I had these thicker, because I had index cards, but they were downstairs and I didn't want to go get them. And I knew I had bought some for the kids, but they had them all at school. So I saw this, it's thicker paper, and I just took a paper punch. Chris has the wire, and this is what we have hanging on our fuel cans, those 5-gallon fuel cans. And we put the date when we filled it. And so now I'm going to keep that little pad in the, because I have 2 of those. I'm going to keep that little pad in my, I'm done. In my pocket here with a pen. Hot diggity. It's kind of heavy, so maybe I'll just break a few pieces off. Yeah, stick it right in here with a pen. I got a pen. I got my Lazarick Homestead pens. Hold on. But I'll use this one. No, I'm going to leave that one there because I'll lose my mind if I can't find it. All right. Cookies are done. Oh, look at the timer's going off. I already took my cookies out. All right. So now I have a pen and paper in here. Look at the pen. My Lazarick Homestead pen. I'm running out of those. I'm not buying any more, so whoever got some, they're collector's items, guys. I'll get my big cookie. You know Chris is going to get that one. Y'all know that, right? Guarantee you he'll choose that one. My husband's a little piggy just like me. Not even going to lie. We both have a love for food that's insane. All right. So I feel like I'm having a coffee with my friends. Yeah, me too, except I'm having water. I don't drink coffee. I'm going to be 68 in October. I started taking Mega B vitamins with every morning years ago. Short-term memory. I have to check it out. Yeah, after last night, I think Chris wanted to brain me. I swear. I have Lee's chocolate. Oh, there's Lazarick Unleashed. Oh, yeah. I'm putting that big cookie out of the side for you because I know you. I know how you are, Lazarick. You're going to pick the biggest cookie with the 2 chocolates on it. Definitely start taking that. My short-term memory. Yeah, Chris, how's my short-term memory going? How were you feeling last night? Like you wanted to kill me, right? But he still came home and made me a fire, so I appreciated that. My cookies are done. I did. Oh my God. You couldn't even see my counters this morning. They were covered. But I wasn't doing nothing until I ate my other half of grinder. And I wish I had another half right now. That was so good. So much better the next day, the steak and onion ones. Look at my wings. I've been going on an hour and a half. We are foodies. We are piggies, honestly. I'm not even going to lie. We are little piglets over here. I know I am. And Chris is too. But you know what? There could be worse things. Y'all know I can't handle my weed or the edibles. Y'all know I can't handle that stuff. So I'll just deal with the food. Yeah. He literally had his hands up like this in front of the lady at school. Oh, gosh. I wanted to choke her first. Yeah, he did. He wanted to choke me. And then by then I was so disgusted with myself when he slowed down in front of McDonald's and I thought he was going to be blocking traffic. I'm like, I was so mad at myself already. I was already frustrated. So I'm like, what are you doing? Just keep going. I told you it was going to be Grinders, not McDonald's. Well, I don't know what you could change your mind. Yeah, I went to bed early because it was it was traumatizing. If something that little can send me over the edge now, I don't know what's happened to me because I used to be fearless. I used to be daring. I used to just do whatever, never stayed home, never I don't go and now I don't want to leave my house. I don't like being around people. Don't go out at night at all. Nope, no Vegemite. Nope. My daughter's brownies leader was Australian and she brought it in and no, I can't. Disagree. I really enjoy visiting. Oh, I'm glad, Rubberneck. I'm just normal like everybody else. Yeah, if my kids bother watching any of this stuff. I said a couple swear words, so maybe the YouTube will take me off. You never know. They may not let that one be shown. I said the S word. But I got tired of hauling my hiney across the freaking dining room because I was making the cookies, but I didn't want to miss any of you if you went live, giggles or crazy. So I kept running back to the computer every time I put a tray of cookies in. So I'm going back and forth every 10 minutes. I'm like, let me just bring this in here and see if I can get it cranked up. And I didn't want to sit down because my back's hurting. Chris woke up saying his back was hurting too. And he comes up to me, no lie, okay? And he goes over here and he's like, it hurts right here, right? And he's going across my lower back to show me where he's hurting. Okay, like I've never felt this. I only feel this every single day. And the guy is putting BioFreeze down there on the cross my back. And I've told him it feels like I'm getting stabbed and cut right across my back. I say this pretty much every day. And he acts like the one time he's feeling like that, oh my God, because he never complains about it. So I am assuming it doesn't ever bother him like that. But me, it's just every day. And he hears me talk about it and he's like trying to get pity from me. Hello, Lazarick. I feel this way every day of my life. I'm not going to be giving pity to someone that it bothers you once in a while. Suck it up, Buttercup, like I do. Along with everything else that's going on wrong with my whole, you know what, areas. Because I just got a bill for $121 when I had to go to the gynecologist because it didn't feel right. I felt like I had a urinary tract infection, but I didn't. And so I had to go and she did a swab. I didn't have anything. There was nothing showing up. Everything was negative, but I had it postmenopausal. That's what it is. It's that perimenopause or whatever. So your body's going through changes, she told me, and things like that happen. She told me to go get that butt paste that's for babies and put that there. That's what she uses when she gets irritated. And there's nothing wrong. It's just irritated. So I went and bought that $17 for a little container. But now that I'm going through all this, it happens whenever, and it's starting to happen yesterday too. And I get a bill for $122 for that visit. I had already paid a $45 copay. The whole bill I had to pay, $122, is for my deductible. So he pays $180 a week out of his check for dental and health, most of it health. And last year it was only $65 for 4 of us on his plan. It went up $100 a week. And I still got to pay every time I give blood every few months for my follow-ups or a visit like that. $100. It's like, what good is having the insurance? What good is it? Chris, you're a brave man. She's going to get you. Those cast iron pans can hurt. Lee, you and Chris are too cute. Yeah. She uses BioFreeze. I offered to put BioFreeze on him too this morning, and Mr. I can handle it. I'm going back to the comments. Lee's going to be tired tonight. Aren't you glad I'll be tired? Then I'll shut up and I'll leave you alone. Cut the shit, Lee. Don't chase it with the Bengay. Neuropathy hurts, man. I'm watching the truckers on my tablet. Yeah, he loves me. I know, because he started a fire for me last night as I'm in a mood. I was in a mood. I had a tude. Hashtag save Chris. Hashtag free Chris. A second menopause. I would just stay on those meds for the rest of my life. I'm thick-headed. It might hurt for a second. Yeah, he is. My rent went way up, and they won't even get... I know a friend of mine, her rent went up $300. Not Lee. You're going to have to do stuff. What am I going to have to do, Lazarick? I'm going to cook you your steak, and then you're going to leave me alone. I'm going to watch The Walking Dead. Oh, we're over $4. We're at $4.30 for something here for a gallon of gas. I did check the oil site, and it's still at $5.35, so it's holding steady there. You're going to have me do stuff. I'm not going to have you do anything, Lazarick. I'm going to make the steaks. I got mashed potatoes from the bags because I found bags of mashed potatoes that I got to use up, so I'm using them up. Hey, Care. And I have a can of corn. It's heavy. And that's going to be dinner tonight. And I'm making the steaks in my Ninja Foodie grill. One at a time. I'll do yours first so you can eat. And start the fire. Oh, I'll probably start the fire later. I don't know if it needs to be. Have you been watching the newest episode? Oh, I'm on season 7, right? Oh, yeah, we've been watching the newest episode. Yeah, we're caught up, I think. Or maybe I gotta, because I've been binge watching the ones on DVD, so I may have to go back and watch the last. Yeah, we've been watching them. $9.15 a gallon in Sacramento. I saw that sign, Susan. Yes, I saw that on Facebook. Oh my God. I do. I leave a lot of lit cigarettes around the house. I do it now when I'm cooking. I don't ever actually smoke a whole cigarette, it seems like. That's what I noticed. She does that already, and so I do. That's why I'm so glad they're cheap to do, because we don't buy the regular ones. Gas is $4.05. Oh, yeah, we're over that. We've been over that. I've heard of Peaky Blinders, Rubberneck. I heard of that a few years ago. Kicking it Homestead. I love you guys. I like to be able to chit-chat with y'all. I really do. I'm glad I decided to bring the laptop in while I was making the cookies. I did. I don't ever really ask you to do anything when you get home from work. Really? You make me sound like a freaking drill sergeant. I'm not. I don't bug him. He sits over there in his seat on his phone, and I'll be talking to him, and he don't answer me. He tunes me completely out. I'll say something and nothing. We just had a discussion about this the other night. I said to him, I said, you're being rude. Because I said something to him and he totally ignored me. And I said, so finally, after a few times of me talking to him and him not responding, I said, Chris, what are you doing? Gave me such an attitude. Well, I'm checking and I'm responding on my emails. I said, well, then you could have said that the 3 times I tried to talk to you before and you just ignored me. But heaven forbid, I sit down and I'm watching a video, mind you, and he can see and hear the video and he's talking away at me like I need to stop the video and pay attention to him. He does that to me all the time. And what do? I shut the video down and I turn around and I converse with him. He interrupts me all the time. You hear that, Lazarus? You freaking do. When you talk, you expect attention, but you ignore me a lot. So get with it, dude. Work on it. He emptied the gun safe and put the gas cans in there. I hope it's not in the house. Lee forgets that I'm partially deaf in my right ear. Bull crap. Stop using that excuse. You hear when you... If I whispered from the couch that I wanted to get it on, you would be up on both of those legs, run into the bedroom like in a second. Just from a whisper, dude. So don't even go there. I'm not stupid. Uh-huh. Try to get out there and work on the greenhouse. I wish every time it's good enough for him to do that, it starts snowing again. It's all good. We're both losing our shit. But I told him, I said, from now on, I'm just going to ignore you when you talk to me and see how it feels. Getting gas for 15 gallons, it was 120 total to fill. That's when I'd be like, you know what? If remote work was okay to do when it was COVID, you need to put us all back on remote work if we can work from the office. Because if they cared about their employees, they would be. It worked during COVID until this gas thing goes away, which it shouldn't be like this for too long. A month or two, maybe. They could certainly make their employees happy by letting them work from home. If they really want to keep their employees. If they don't want to keep, if they still make you come in and spend your whole paycheck on just going to work, then you got to really rethink your employer. Mm-hmm. We're all supposed to work together to help each other. And if employers that allowed it before for remote don't step up and do it now, why would you want to work for somebody that don't give a shit? Now I got to wobble to the room now. Do you use that to your advantage when you don't want to hear it? Oh, I know how he works. He acts like he don't realize I know him better than himself. I'm a very good judge of people. I really am. And he said that just the other day. I said, I know I can read people very well. I've always been able to. And he's like, yeah, you do. You can. So think about it, Lazarus. I can read you too. 10 years with you, man. I know you like you don't even know. It's myself I don't even know, because look at last night's debacle. I would have choked myself if I could. I was so pissed at myself. I'm so funny. I just don't take no shit. That's all, giggles. I took shit my whole life. Not anymore. Not anymore. It almost destroyed me. That's it. I'm calling Maury Povich. Archie and Edith. Yeah, who was it that was calling? I'm getting a hot flash. Oh my God, it's going right up. I got to take off my woolly socks. I think the fleece pants and the woolly socks is just too much. And then an added apron on top. Oh, the cold floor feels good on my feet. Maybe I'll just go without slippers. If I could jam an ice pack on my back and in my pants, I would. Just stick an ice pack down the waistband of my pants and walk around like that on my back. God. Montel is better. Is Montel even still on? I don't have TV. I gotta go clean the bathroom now. That's my next project, and I'm not gonna take you along for that because I don't even want to do it. But you can barely see the sink because Todd spits his toothpaste out, and it's like a whole new paint job on the sink, it seems like. Oh, I need to put on a pair of shorts, even though it's cold as molasses outside. But all right, guys, I think I'm going to let y'all go. It's been an hour and 40 minutes, but I got to go tackle that bathroom, and my back's starting to hurt. But I'm going to try out my new Clorox toilet wand. This wand, and you pop the thing on it, the spongy thing at the bottom, and it's like an octagon shape with sides. And then you wash your toilet out, and then you press the button on the top of the handle, and it pops off into the trash. I kind of like that idea. This house, you need you need a power washer for the toilet. Time to shine. We got. Oh, you have a good day, honey. I'm gonna go to work, Lazarus. Make me that dough. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I just want to get it done. So I'm gonna put on my music on my computer, blast it, and go in there and clean. I know. I love my new apron. Come clean with me. No. No. It's going to wear me out because my back's already hurting. But I love you all. Thanks for joining me. And everybody have a great day. I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully someone else goes live later or something. And we'll see. Bye, Chris. I love you. Get to work and make me some money.